I am abundant. Beautiful soul, today we journey into a truth that will revolutionize your entire relationship with prosperity. You are abundant. There is a river that flows through the heart of existence, carrying with it all the abundance the universe has to offer. Not just money, though that may come, but the deeper riches of love that multiplies when shared, opportunities that bloom in every season, creativity that springs from an inexhaustible well, and joy that compounds like interest in the soul. I have stood at the banks of this river of abundance, watching others wade in its waters while I remained on the shore, convinced that such prosperity was not meant for someone like me. You were not born into scarcity. You were not created to struggle, to lack, or to live in constant worry about having enough. You are the child of an abundant universe, born from the same infinite source that creates galaxies and seasons, that makes flowers bloom and rivers flow, that ensures there is enough air for every breath and enough love for every heart. For the next 20 minutes, we're going to explore the sacred science of abundance consciousness and discover why scarcity is not a law of nature, but a learned limitation that can be unlearned and replaced with the truth of infinite supply. Here's what most people don't understand about abundance. It's not about having everything you want. It's about recognizing that you already live in a universe of infinite supply and aligning yourself with that flow. When you declare, "I am abundant," you're not making a wishful statement. You're making a scientific declaration. You're activating neural pathways that filter reality to show you evidence of abundance rather than scarcity. You're tuning your consciousness to the frequency of prosperity that already surrounds you. Neuroscience reveals that your brain has what's called a reticular activating system, a filtering mechanism that determines what you notice and what you ignore. When you operate from scarcity thinking, this system shows you evidence of lack, limitation, and not enough. When you shift to abundance consciousness, the same brain begins to notice opportunities, resources, and possibilities that were always there but previously invisible. But this goes deeper than psychology, into the realm of spiritual truth. The same creative intelligence that produces endless varieties of flowers without exhausting beauty, that generates billions of stars without running out of space, that creates infinite possibilities in every moment. This same force lives within you and wants to express itself as abundance through your life. I know why you're here, beautiful soul. I know that ache in your chest when bills arrive and the bank account feels empty. I know the exhaustion of working hard but never seeming to get ahead. I know the quiet desperation of watching others prosper while you struggle with scarcity. I have lived in that prison of financial fear. I have calculated every purchase, worried about every expense, and felt that crushing weight of never having enough. I have watched abundance flow to others while believing it was not meant for someone like me. But I have also discovered that scarcity is not a truth about the universe. It's a story we tell ourselves when we've forgotten who we are and where we come from. Abundance is not something you acquire from outside yourself. It's something you remember from within. The scarcity consciousness that may be governing your life right now was not chosen by you. It was downloaded into your awareness before you could speak, installed through repeated messages about limitation, lack, and not enough to go around. Perhaps you grew up hearing, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "We can't afford that," or "Rich people are greedy." Maybe you learned that wanting wealth was spiritually suspect, that good people struggle financially, or that people from your background don't achieve prosperity. These messages seemed like wisdom at the time, but they were actually limitations disguised as truth. They came from people operating within their own inherited scarcity programming. people who genuinely believed that lack was natural and abundance was rare. But what if everything you learned about scarcity was wrong? What if the universe is not stingy with its blessings, but generous beyond your wildest dreams? What if abundance is not the exception, but the rule, and scarcity is the deviation from natural law? Consider the lavish generosity of nature. Every apple tree produces far more apples than it needs for its own survival. Every flower creates more pollen than necessary. Every breath of air contains more oxygen than you could possibly use. The sun gives more light and warmth than the earth could ever absorb. This is not inefficiency. This is the fundamental nature of an abundant universe. Overflow is the natural state. More than enough is the cosmic standard. Generosity is the governing principle of all creation. And you, beautiful soul, are not separate from this abundance. You are part of it. You are made of the same elements as stars. You are animated by the same life force that moves planets in their orbits. You are connected to the same infinite supply that sustains all of existence. Now I want to take you through a profound awakening to your abundant nature. Over the next few minutes, we'll experience 4 powerful recognitions that will shift your consciousness from scarcity to abundance permanently. This isn't just listening. This is rewiring your relationship with prosperity at the deepest level. First recognition: I am surrounded by abundance. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Right now, in this moment, begin to notice the abundance that already surrounds you. The air you're breathing, unlimited and free. The light that illuminates your space, abundant and available. The sounds around you, rich and varied, without cost. Place your hand over your heart and feel the abundant supply of life force flowing through your body. Your heart beats approximately 100,000 times per day without you thinking about it. Your body creates millions of new cells every moment. Your brain processes thousands of thoughts effortlessly. Speak with me. I am surrounded by infinite abundance right now. Feel the truth of these words resonating through your being. You are not lacking anything essential to your happiness in this moment. You have consciousness to experience beauty. You have awareness to appreciate love. You have the capacity to feel joy, to imagine possibilities, to create meaning. Look around your immediate environment with new eyes. Count the things you have access to right now: the roof over your head, the clothes on your body, the technology connecting you to this message, the relationships in your life, the skills you've developed, the experiences you've accumulated. This is not about comparing yourself to others or pretending you have more money than you do. This is about recognizing the vast abundance that already exists in your life. Abundance so common, you've forgotten to see it as abundance. Second recognition: I am worthy of prosperity. The deepest block to abundance is not external circumstances, but internal unworthiness. Somewhere along the way, you may have absorbed the belief that you don't deserve prosperity, that wealth is for other people, that wanting financial abundance is somehow selfish or wrong. Place both hands over your heart and feel the infinite worth that lives within you. You are not an accident or afterthought in the cosmic plan. You are a deliberate creation of infinite love, designed with unique gifts, talents, and purposes that only you can fulfill. Speak with me. I am worthy of prosperity in all its forms. Your worthiness is not based on your performance, your achievements, or your current financial situation. It's based on your existence as a divine creation. The same love that creates galaxies and seasons wants you to thrive, to prosper, to experience the fullness of abundant living. Think about the people you love most deeply. Do you want them to struggle financially? Do you want them to worry about money? Do you want them to live in scarcity? Of course not. You want them to prosper, to be free from financial stress, to have the resources they need to live fulfilling lives. This is exactly how infinite love feels about you. Your prosperity is not taking from others. It's fulfilling the divine desire for your happiness and success. When you prosper, you have more resources to share, more capacity to help others, more energy to contribute to the world. Third recognition: I am naturally magnetic to abundance. Abundance is not something you chase, it's something you attract. When you align your consciousness with abundance, you become a magnet for prosperity in all its forms. Opportunities find you. Resources appear when needed. Solutions emerge from unexpected sources. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your solar plexus. Feel the magnetic field of your abundant consciousness. This is not imagination. This is scientific reality. Your thoughts and emotions create an electromagnetic field that extends beyond your physical body and attracts matching experiences. Speak with me. I am a powerful magnet for abundance and prosperity. Feel yourself becoming more magnetic with each breath. See golden light radiating from your heart, drawing to you everything that aligns with your highest good. Visualize opportunities flowing toward you like rivers converging into an ocean. Your magnetic power increases when you feel genuinely grateful for what you already have, when you celebrate others' success as proof of what's possible, when you think thoughts of abundance rather than scarcity, when you speak words of prosperity rather than lack. You don't need to force or manipulate outcomes. You simply need to maintain the consciousness of abundance, and abundance will naturally flow to you through the law of magnetic attraction. Fourth recognition: I am stewarding divine resources. The highest level of abundance consciousness recognizes that all prosperity ultimately flows from infinite source and through you to serve the greater good. You are not just receiving abundance, you are stewarding it, managing it, and sharing it in ways that create positive impact. This recognition transforms your relationship with money from ownership to stewardship, from accumulation to circulation, from hoarding to sharing. You understand that abundance is meant to flow, not to stagnate. Speak with me. I am a wise steward of infinite abundance. Feel the responsibility and privilege of this stewardship. When you prosper, you create opportunities for others. When you thrive, you model what's possible. When you share generously, you participate in the divine circulation of blessing. This doesn't mean giving away everything you have. It means understanding that your abundance serves purposes beyond your personal happiness. It means making financial decisions from wisdom rather than fear, from generosity rather than greed, from abundance consciousness rather than scarcity thinking. Now let me share the practical science of abundance manifestation. Research in quantum physics suggests that consciousness affects reality at the subatomic level. When you consistently focus on abundance with genuine emotion and clear intention, you influence the field of infinite possibilities to collapse into experiences of prosperity. This is why visualization is so powerful. When you regularly see yourself living abundantly, feeling what it feels like to be financially free, experiencing the emotions of prosperity, your brain creates neural pathways as if these experiences were already real. Studies at Stanford University have shown that people who practice abundance visualization for just 20 minutes daily experience measurable changes in their financial decision-making, risk tolerance, and opportunity recognition within 30 days. But visualization alone isn't enough. Abundance consciousness must be accompanied by aligned action. You must make choices that demonstrate your faith in abundance rather than your fear of scarcity. This means investing in yourself even when money feels tight. It means pursuing opportunities that align with your values rather than just taking any job. It means treating money with respect and gratitude rather than fear and anxiety. It means practicing generosity even in small ways, because generosity creates space for greater abundance to flow to you. It means setting financial goals that inspire you rather than goals that keep you playing small. Here's how to live abundance consciousness in your daily life. Every morning, before checking your bank account or thinking about bills, spend 5 minutes connecting with the feeling of abundance. Place your hand over your heart and remember, you live in an infinitely abundant universe. When you spend money, bless it as it leaves your hands. Thank it for its service and trust that it will circulate for the good of all. When you receive money, no matter how small the amount, feel genuine gratitude for this evidence of abundance flowing to you. Practice what I call abundance language. Instead of saying, "I can't afford that," say, "I choose to invest my money differently." Instead of "I'm broke," say, "I'm building my wealth." Instead of "money is tight," say, "I'm being selective with my resources." Set up abundance reminders throughout your day. When you see flowing water, remember that abundance flows like a river. When you see the sun shining, remember that the universe gives generously without keeping score. When you see flowers blooming, remember that beauty and abundance are your natural birthright. Create what I call an abundance inventory once a week. Write down all the forms of wealth you currently possess: your health, relationships, skills, experiences, knowledge, creativity, and yes, your material possessions too. Feel genuine appreciation for this inventory of riches. Practice celebrating others. Success as evidence of abundance available to all. When you hear about someone's promotion, business success, or financial breakthrough, instead of feeling envious, say, "That proves abundance is flowing, and I'm next in line to receive." Most importantly, make decisions from abundance consciousness rather than scarcity fear. Ask yourself, what would I choose if I knew abundance was unlimited? Then make that choice, even if it feels scary. I want to prepare you for something that happens when you truly embrace abundance consciousness. Your old scarcity programming will fight back. Your mind may present evidence that abundance thinking doesn't work. You may face unexpected expenses that test your faith. You may encounter people who try to pull you back into scarcity thinking. These are not signs that abundance consciousness is wrong. They're signs that real transformation is happening. Your old patterns recognize that their survival is threatened, and they'll do everything possible to maintain control. When these tests come, and they will, remember this moment. Remember the feeling of expansion when you declared, "I am abundant." Remember the recognition that scarcity is just a story, and stories can be rewritten. Let me share something profound. Abundance consciousness is not just about having more money. It's about experiencing more of everything that makes life rich. More love, more joy, more creativity, more meaning, more connection, more peace. When you truly embody abundance consciousness, you discover that you've been wealthy all along in ways that matter most. Money becomes not the source of your security, but one expression of the infinite supply that flows through your life. You find abundance in a child's laughter, in a sunset's beauty, in a friend's loyalty, in your body's health, in your mind's creativity, in your spirit's connection to something greater than yourself. This doesn't mean money doesn't matter. It means money matters in proportion to its ability to serve your highest good and the good of others. When abundance consciousness is fully integrated, financial prosperity flows naturally as one aspect of your overall abundant living. Let's practice together the complete sequence of abundance recognition. Speak these with me, feeling each one activate a deeper level of prosperity consciousness. I am surrounded by infinite abundance right now. I am worthy of prosperity in all its forms. I am a powerful magnet for abundance and prosperity. I am a wise steward of infinite abundance. Take a moment to sit in this energy of complete abundance consciousness. This is your natural state. This is how infinite intelligence sees you every moment of every day. This is the truth about you that no financial circumstance can change. Breathe deeply and let this knowing settle into your nervous system, into your identity, into your soul. You are not trying to become abundant. You are remembering that scarcity was never your truth. Beautiful soul, your abundant life begins right now, in this moment, with this choice to see yourself as the prosperous being you truly are. You are not separate from the abundance that flows through all of creation. You are not excluded from the prosperity that is everyone's birthright. You are not condemned to scarcity by your past, your circumstances, or your current bank balance. In our next video, we'll explore how abundance consciousness naturally expresses itself as unshakable confidence, how the same prosperity awareness we've awakened today becomes the foundation for believing in yourself completely. But today, carry this truth with you. You are abundant. When scarcity thinking arises tomorrow, and it will, because old patterns take time to dissolve, you will remember this moment. You will remember the feeling of magnetic abundance. You will remember that every blessing is evidence of infinite supply. Let's close with our abundance truth. Say this with me one more time. I am abundant. I am prosperous. I am aligned with infinite supply. Thank you for joining me in this sacred recognition of your abundant nature. Subscribe for our complete transformation series and share this with someone who needs to remember their prosperity consciousness. Remember, you are abundant. You have always been abundant. And now, finally, you're ready to live like you believe it.